Now here's Wpmi15 and 44. And here's their antennas. And I guess their fleet of are out. But these people, just like I'm here at their facility, they didn't come to my church, to my home, or anything. They just got on here. And see, this is right around the corner from the funeral home. So Joseph Giles brought Anthony around here, and he tricked these people. He made a fool of them because he didn't tell them that I am the public relations director. Community mortuary is right around the corner. These people here, this is the home of Rachel Wilkerson, the one that investigated this year long or whatever for many months and Sundays, brought down Cedric McMillan of Heritage Mortuary and the renowned Joseph Barnaby, JoJo, of Tri-State Funeral Home, and Carl Malone and Joseph Giles of Community Mortuary, 1770 West I-65 Service Road, Mobile, Alabama, between Barrel Furniture and D&K Menswear. And because he couldn't own me, he probably was telling people that was a rental car, that was his car that I was driving. And cause see, he'll put together a lot like this. I done fell on hard times, and my only reason for being there is I have driving fatigue. Now I'm doing quite a bit of driving right now because I'm mad as hell. I'm mad as a church mouse that you would do this to my brand. And this lady here gonna go in there and say he's on the run and he's out on bond. Now lie, that's a lie. You wanna see it, what they said, what they did? Google Frederick Allen featured on Wpmi15, and you'll see the clip. And you'll see them talking about me and said I was out on bond. God overturned what Lil Joey was trying to do, because Master Joey was trying to make sure I spend a few nights in jail, because once you're born out on a felony, and then you catch another felony while you're out, then you can't bond out. You got to go before the magistrates, which means you got to now take off your street clothes and put on prison garb, jail uniform. That never happened to me, because you can't be the praying man. You can't be the man that trusts God completely. And I was praying and fasting against them demons. I was praying, and God let everything they tried to do, it fell through. And the judge threw every bit of it out. Now I'm making them know, I want the CEO to know what they did. And I may look weak, I may look like a nobody, but I'm anxious to see who I really am, so you'll know who I am, because this ain't gonna stand. You came to the right persons, you did it, this lie, that's right. Somebody's not afraid of you. Somebody that's gonna take you on. I don't care where you are, Mr. Attorney, Madam Attorney, I need you to covenant with me, and let's take this on for the wrong they did: defamation of character, wrongful arrest, wrongful imprisonment. It was uncalled for. There was no probable cause. He's not talking about something done in his office. I had no business driving when he called me and asked me to come over here just to talk about this, just to report it. But he was evil. And they got behind the screen and they watching me sing. What would they lose by showing the public the video? I showed them up. I was praising God. I was a man. I didn't dwindle. I didn't address that condescending attitude. You gonna talk to me like I'm a man. I ain't putting up with the foolishness, and I didn't. I wasn't scared. If I'd have went to jail for standing up for the truth and for telling the truth, that means God want me to preach to somebody in prison. It don't mean I did nothing wrong. That means I'm positioned by opposition to do something very positive for the kingdom. In the few minutes I spent there, I did. God got me, he had me then, and he got me now. But that foolishness, I didn't have time for it then, and I ain't got time for it now. This is it. This is the place. Right here. 44. This is the home. And they didn't have this to do. I want the CEO to understand, because I know how people hide stuff. I don't believe he got this company in Mobile for what happened to me to happen. I was the other night, they was round in front of the police headquarters for somebody. Well, you featured me on the press. Why wouldn't you come to my domain? You featured me out there. Why didn't you humiliate me like y'all do everybody else? See me in there on TV with this? This ain't gonna stand. You ain't gonna do this with me. I ain't never had the kind of salvation where I put up with foolishness. Ask my oldest brother to the last one. Ask folks I went to school with. You got the wrong person. I ain't gonna bother a soul. I promise I ain't. But if you bother me, you better have the Air Force on your side. I ain't putting up with foolishness. I ain't, and because I didn't start the fight and I don't play foolishness, then whatever I do is legal. Knife, brick, gun, table, chair, plate, pot, whatever. I ain't playing the foolishness. I've been too sick all of my days. Y'all can hear my breathing. I ain't just like whatever. All this stuff magnified since my mama been gone. And since, there's been a little shift in my entourage. But they kept that covered. You wouldn't know, you couldn't see, you wouldn't know. But this is what he wanted. And he thought this ain't predicated upon who I play for and what I do and whatever else. Oh no. But that's what he wanted. And so he low down and he operate like Al Capone. Not Al Capone, I'm thinking about, yeah, that is Al Capone and John Gotti. He operate like the mob. And ever since Mobile let him got away with killing his stepdad, Sam, now he think he's invincible. But I'm telling you, I wanted to get him so bad I ain't know what to do. I had to pray, Lord, please. I had to keep my mama before me because I ain't got no tolerance for foolishness. I ain't. I was going to turn JB out. Whatever the name of that restaurant, him and Cedric McMillan's at over the playing and acting silly like two faggots up in that sneakling and grin and acting stupid. I was finna go off. And Grace caught me because I threw caution to the wind. I ain't got time for no foolishness. I don't bother nobody. I don't know nothing about Cedric McMillan. He didn't have no business getting caught up in Joseph Jive mess. Sneaking and grin. Look what you made me do. Look at you made me do this. Ooh, look what you made me do. Baby, when I stood up, when I got up to flip that table over on two niggas' heads. Don't play with me. You can leave me alone. I don't bother a soul. I'ma say that because I don't. Everybody know I'm to myself and I don't bother nobody. You want to let somebody bother you for foolishness? Go on and do it. Go on and do it. I'm going to be saved. And when I meet the devil, I'm gonna deal with it. He go about his business, go around me. I'm gonna do everything. But baby, when he insists on Hurricane Frederick coming back through Mobile, well, here I go. Here's is. here us is. They rolling out now to do something to somebody. Cause that's what they do. That's what they do. This is, they be in Mississippi. They be all over the place. This is, But anyway, this is just one of the many. YouTube, I need your help. Share this all over everywhere. But you won't understand it unless you Google me featured on WKRG 5. I'm gonna do my best to put that on YouTube because I need you all to know how petty this sheriff is and what he did. I am somebody to be celebrated. I did a noble thing. But you got to be careful now when you report crime in Mobile. I have to caution you from now on because all this foolishness happened to me because I reported it wrong. That I didn't know was wrong because Joseph Giles had been with me in the middle of the night several times, receiving organs, pianos, and stuff that was given to me legitimate. He didn't question that, and I don't have no reason to question him. But when it got to the point that I'm hearing rumors that I done stole the organ, I just quietly did my investigation. So what he had to do, so he had to deflect from this and play that thing with Anthony. But he wasn't gonna go along with that. I wasn't gonna go along with it. I pulled that nigga out in the plain daylight. I'm gonna pull Joseph McGuire out. I'm gonna make them question everything he did. And if Paul Birch wanna mess up his record, getting caught up in Joseph McGuire foolishness, if he gonna ruin his good name, getting caught up in Joseph McGuire mess, cause I know how it go. I know how it go. See, y'all expecting me to be, meek and humble, whatever, and playing Jesus. I ain't Jesus. I'm Frederick Allen. I'm Frederick Bernard Allen. I ain't finna play that. You ain't finna play. No. He didn't say a mumbling word. I'm gonna say a bunch of words. I'm gonna say a bunch of words. They're gonna be filled with colorful words too. Cause I ain't got time for foolishness because I don't bother a soul. And I'm gonna still prophesy. I'm gonna still preach the time get better. I'm gonna do kingdom work and I'm gonna sing my tail off. And in the meanwhile, if you just need to know, I got a ding-a-ling to play with. I ain't got to play with no crazy man's genitals. I got my own genitals. I got my own family jewels. And for 60-some years now, I've been handling him. I call him Junior. And he's still all right. I'm satisfied with him. And it's a shame that I saw people that's supposed to be intelligent. I wouldn't have had that mess on my page because it indicted you. It showed the depths of your and you loved it. You rejoiced. And you supposed to have the Holy Ghost saved, speaking in tongues, and feet swift to run the mischief. Loved it. So I'm gonna call your name. I saw my picture on your page. Do I need to say, hell yeah, I'm gonna call your name? Yeah, I'm gonna call your name. My picture on your page, that's me. My mama named me Frederick Bernard Allen. That's me, that's my image. You don't own it. These people don't own it. The police don't own it. All that was lies. And you're gonna put it on my page and put yourself, I don't have time now to defend this garbage because you throwing yourself into the mix of things. Okay. All right, you want it like that? But you could have asked me about my ding-a-ling. You could have asked me. You didn't have to put that on your page because I don't mind talking about it since you're that freaky. Since you're that freaky, that's what's on your mind. You're supposed to be preaching and speaking in tongues. But I just was I couldn't believe it. You was happy, rejoicing behind mess. If they was legit, they'd have came to my church. If they was legit, they'd have came while I was preaching. If they was legit, they'd have came to court. You ain't heard nothing from them about me since November the 20th, 2019. Not a thing. You don't know how the case came out or nothing. Is that fair to you? It sure wasn't fair to me. Is that fair to you? It's on. On my mama. It's on, baby. Oh no. Y'all scared of these people. Y'all let them wreck y'all life. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Not me. And I'm saved and sanctified. I got the real Holy Ghost, and I'm full of it. And with holy boldness, I stand right here today and tell them, you ain't no, baby. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. But I need all y'all to know this. You reap what you sow. And I heard, I don't know, but I heard karma was a real bitch. I heard that. But I'm going to keep living holy. I'm going to keep walking for Jesus. And if I meet the devil, I'm going to deal with him. But I don't never want to be freaky like y'all, but I got to go take stuff off of Facebook and put it on my page and do that to people. So, God bless y'all. I'm about to lose my daylight here. Let me